How's it going, Diablo player? So, after watching the campfire last night, I'm actually pretty excited for the new season, but, with not a single word in the whole campfire, they mentioned the massive nerf to Lightning Spear. And, I get it. Lightning Spear was too strong, but if you didn't catch it yet, if you look at the patch notes, there's like basically two ones. This is the 2.0.1. There's really nothing so important for sorc in there. But then if you open the 2.0.21, and you look at the changes to Lightning Spear, this has been nerfed to the ground. Like, it's completely gutted. And I feel like it's a little bit too much of a nerf. They literally nerfed it by like 10 times or something like that. So, first nerf is going to be Lightning Spear. Only 12 Lightning Spears can exist at one time. So when you were playing Lightning Spear, or even if you're just playing pure Frozen Orb, you would probably be at like a healthy, somewhere around 20 to 30 Lightning Spears. So now it's just 12. It's very, very little. It hurts the Lightning Spear build, obviously, tremendously, because you would cast like 2 or 3 Lightning Spears with each cast, and, you would do like 5 casts a second. So this is literally destroyed. The build is destroyed. It's not even a thing anymore. And then it doesn't stop there. I mean, you have nerfs to aspect of splintering energy. Um, it says it can only happen once every 0.2 seconds, but it will deal extra damage for the trigger missed while cooldown. So this basically means, right, for bosses, it stays the same. For non-boss fights, it's literally garbage. I mean, I'm not saying that it's garbage, but the AoE is tremendously reduced because it can literally only happen once every 0.2 seconds. So even though you will have a big chunk of damage, it's going to be a lot of overkill damage unless maybe you're running like, tier 120 pits in the new scaling. This basically means that there's no fast clearing with Lightning Spear anymore. So the clearing speed for like, doing pit 101, which will be no like pit 60 or something like that, is also reduced by a lot. So this is the second nerf, but it doesn't even stop there. If you go further, you see Fractured Winterglass. So here's nerf number 3. Cooldown reduction from Conjuration skills affix has been swapped with the inherent or resistance affix. So that basically means the cooldown reduction for the Conjuration skills moves to the implicit. So it's a fixed 0.3 seconds now, which is great if you're playing Frozen Orb, for example, because you don't have to care about that stat anymore. But for Lightning Spear, you used to temper that affix, you can't do that anymore. So this is basically the third nerf. But wait, it doesn't stop there. Like, if 3 nerfs wouldn't be enough, here's the fourth one. So for the tempering recipes, it says Lightning Spear double cast tempering affix changed to chance for Lightning Spear to deal double damage. So, chance for Lightning Spear to deal double damage literally does nothing because Lightning Spear doesn't do any damage by itself whatsoever. So, basically, it's just getting removed and replaced by something completely useless. So, double cast Lightning Spear is not a thing anymore. It's completely removed. So, here's your first nerf to Lightning Spear. So, all these nerfs like hit pretty specific on Lightning Spear. So they don't really hurt other builds. Maybe Frozen Orb gets hurt a little bit because you can have a little bit less Lightning Spears. But since you have the Familiar now, I'm pretty sure you're still gonna reach like 25 stacks of Conjuration Mastery, no problem. But Lightning Spear specifically has just been nerfed to the ground. That's already it for this video. I just want to point this out that this build is pretty much going to be unplayable in late game. But, it's also, I feel like, kind of okay-ish because the build was definitely too strong. I would have wished for like a little bit less of a nerf so the build at least could stay in the game. With this, it seems like the build is simply removed from the game, which I don't really see the point in. But it's gonna have other builds rise. Like Frozen Orb is gonna be rising, Blizzard is probably gonna be rising again, Chain Lightning is probably gonna be rising again. So that's a good thing for build diversity on the sorcerers overall. So I appreciate the nerf in general. I just feel like it's way too hard. They should have probably like nerfed it by maybe like 1/3 or 1/4 of the amount they did it now. So maybe it needed like a 50 to 70% nerf, but this is pretty much a 95% nerf or whatever. Anyway, thank you so much for watching, and I'm excited to see you guys in Season 6.